Hey everyone, and welcome to the Dog Solid channel. And today we are going over the top 10 pros and cons about the Sheepadoodle. Watch all the way to the end to get the bonus content to know if the Sheepadoodle is the right dog for you. The Sheepadoodle is a cross between a poodle and an Old English Sheepdog. Let's take a real quick look at the parent's history. The Old English Sheepdog comes from the countryside of England, and it is believed that it comes from a line of Collies, since it's a herding dog, but that has yet to be proven. Next, we have the American Poodle, which is one of America's favorite dogs. Both bloodlines have long histories. The Sheepadoodles are friendly, outgoing, and energetic, and they could possibly be the perfect dog for you. Now let's jump into the top 10 pros of the Sheepadoodle. Number 1, easy to train. The smart and non-dominant Sheepadoodle is easy to train with consistency. Majority of Sheepadoodles are considered to be smart dogs. Going back to the parents of the Sheepadoodle, the Poodle is second in intelligence to the Border Collie, who is the smartest dog out of all dog breeds. Therefore, you would think that the Sheepadoodle would be highly intelligent. However, the Old English Sheepdogs rank 120th out of 138 breeds for intelligence. Since the Sheepadoodle is a hybrid breed, the IQ will be dependent on the Poodle or Old English Sheepdog parent, so just keep that in mind. Anyways, no matter which side of the IQ score the Sheepadoodle falls on, they still have a reputation for being quick learners, which is also attributed to them being eager to please. Number 2, good temperament. Good-natured, loving, and obedient is what makes the Sheepadoodle have the perfect temperament. The Sheepadoodle, like many poodle mixes, are bred to be companions. Since the Sheepadoodle has an amazing temperament, it makes them great family dogs. They love to be around each of the family members and are friendly to a fault. These giant teddy bears are tough enough to enjoy some rough play, while also being gentle and patient. The Sheepadoodle is considered a clown, and they love to play, always wanting to be part of the action. Number 3, low shedders. When you first see this medium-sized teddy bear, you would think that it would do a lot of shedding. That is not the case when it comes to the Sheepadoodle. Sheepadoodles are low shedders due to their parents. The Old English Sheepdog's double-layered fluffy coats is known for minimal shedding, and also the Poodle's tight curled coat is notorious for being low shedding too. So odds are that the Sheepadoodle won't be a huge shedder. While there is no such thing as a 100% hypoallergenic dog, as stated by the American Kennel Club, the Sheepadoodle can be perfect for you, as they are as close to hypoallergenic as you can get. Most Sheepadoodles shed probably the same amount as a person does when they comb their hair. You could wear black pants around a Sheepadoodle and not have any white fur on them. However, they do require a lot of brushing, and we will discuss that later on. The Sheepadoodle is mostly hypoallergenic, but remember, since it is a crossbreed, it will depend on the genes that they inherit from their parents. Number 4, quiet dog, non-barker. No one likes a dog that constantly barks from the sun up to sundown, and lucky for you, the Sheepadoodle does not have this problem. The Sheepadoodle does not usually bark at other dogs or people. However, they are known to be excellent guard dogs and will use their mighty barks when a stranger is approaching the house. Number 5, empathetic. Being empathetic or sensitive is another great characteristic of the Sheepadoodle. These characteristics allow for the Sheepadoodle to be easy to train. It is said that they understand a strong no and affectionate praise when it comes to training. The empathetic characteristic also allows them to be great emotional support dogs, especially if they've been trained to provide comfort and affection to others who are not part of the family. Number 6, good tolerance for the cold. Even though the Sheepadoodle has a lot of thick hair, they unfortunately do not inherit the double coats of the Old English Sheepdogs. However, the Sheepadoodle's thick fur does allow them to have a good tolerance for the cold, but they are not suitable for extremely hot temperatures, and they can adapt fine to warm or cold weather. It is important to note that you must keep a Sheepadoodle dry in cold weather because they can easily get hypothermia. Number 7, exercise. The Sheepadoodle doesn't need a ton of exercise, but they will need about an hour of play every day. For the puppy, it is recommended 5 minutes of brisk walking until the Sheepadoodle reaches 1 year old. For the adult, they will need about an hour of some type of physical exercise, and that can range anywhere from a long walk or romping in the dog park. Once the Sheepadoodle has had their playtime, they can easily settle down and just hang out with the family. Number 8, non-drooling. Here is some good news about the Sheepadoodle. They don't drool. Well, at least not in an excessive amount as that of the St. Bernards and Newfoundlands. Drooling can happen due to a number of things such as digestion, heat, stress, medical conditions, and the breed of the dog. Drooling can also increase dental disease, which is something that you don't have to worry about when it comes to owning a Sheepadoodle. Number 9, the coat fur. The Sheepadoodle has an amazing coat. Their coat is considered to be fairly thick and curly. As mentioned several times before in this video, their coat will be dependent on the pedigree of their parents. For instance, the tightness of their curls will depend on the poodle parent. When it comes to the color of the Sheepadoodle, it can come in a variety of colors due to it being a crossbreed. Here are the possible colors: cream, white, black, blue, gray, red, brown, black, and white. The black and white color tends to be the most common color scheme. Number 10, health. Since the Sheepadoodle is mixed, it is not as susceptible to health issues as opposed to its parents, who are purebred. The Sheepadoodle is generally healthy, but they can inherit some conditions from both parent breeds. That's why it is a must to have regularly attended veterinarian checkups. Here are some common health problems the Sheepadoodle might suffer from: bloating, hip dysplasia, Addison's disease, joint issues, sebaceous adenitis skin disorders. As a responsible dog owner, you should keep up with your Sheepadoodle's checkup with a veterinarian, who could possibly detect any of the mentioned health problems. Other health routines for the Sheepadoodle includes checking and cleaning their ears, trimming the nails, and maintaining good dental hygiene by brushing their teeth daily. Well, that wraps up the top 10 pros. Now let's jump into these cons to help you decide whether or not the Sheepadoodle is right for you. Number 1, nipping and herding. Nipping and herding is a trait that the Sheepadoodle inherits from the Old English Sheepdog. The Sheepadoodle will sometimes show this characteristic of Old English Sheepdog, whose instinct is to herd animals. The Sheepadoodle may be predisposed to herding, and this could be problematic, especially if you have small children and other small animals. Another bad habit is nipping, which is another trait of the Old English Sheepdog. You can get rid of both of these bad habits by training and socializing the Sheepadoodle at an early age. Number 2, separation anxiety. Because the Sheepadoodle is such an affectionate dog, they can be prone to separation anxiety. The Sheepadoodle loves to be around their people, and if you are someone that is not able to spend a lot of time with the Sheepadoodle, then this dog is not meant for you. Separation anxiety is a condition that affects many breeds, and this condition comes from leaving your dog alone, and this could be for a matter of minutes or hours. Persistent barking, destructive chewing, digging, and defecating inside the home can be some symptoms of separation anxiety. One way to combat separation is buying a dog camera that allows two-way communication so that you could talk to your distressed doodle. Other things that you can do to lessen separation anxiety is aromatherapy, meditation music for dogs, yes, that does exist, and creating safe space for your dog. Number 3, destructive chewing. Most dog owners will experience some type of unwanted destructive chewing of furniture, clothes, and more. Unfortunately, the Sheepadoodle is not immune to this problematic habit. Just as with the nipping and herding, the best way to stop this habit is to begin training at an earlier age so that the Sheepadoodle doesn't take this costly habit into adulthood. Number 4, grooming. The Sheepadoodle does not shed as much as other dogs, but their beautiful fluffy coats that come from the Old English Sheepdog and Poodle still requires regular grooming and maintenance. If you don't have time to brush the Sheepadoodle at least a few times a week, then this breed is not for you. The maintenance of the Sheepadoodle is pretty high, and if you don't brush them, their long locks will get tangled. They also require a bath every couple of months to remove any dander or dirt that the Sheepadoodle's fur might acquire. Number 5. Cost. Sheepadoodle can cost you anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000, but the price can vary from breeder to breeder. The Sheepadoodle is considered a designer dog, and with their charming appearance and gentle personalities, they don't come at a cheap price. The common colors of black and black with white are usually the least expensive, and the rare colors such as red and white or chocolate tend to be on the higher end of the price range. As always, it is important that you find a quality breeder, and here are some good qualities to look for in a reputable breeder. Allows you to visit and meet both parent dogs and the Sheepadoodle puppies. Performs health screen on the parent dogs before breeding in order to reduce the occurrence of genetic diseases. They begun to socialize the pups with other humans and animals. Shows proof of a healthy certificate from a veterinarian. Actually takes the time to vet you by asking about your home life, work schedule, and experience with dogs to ensure that you're able to give the puppy a stable, loving home. Can educate you on basic puppy care. Well, that wraps up the top 10 pros and cons for the Sheepadoodle. As promised, next up is the bonus content if you watched all the way to the end of the video. Sheepadoodle rescues. If this video made you excited about owning a Sheepadoodle, but unfortunately you don't have the funds or you want an older Sheepadoodle, then rescue shelters might be the best place for you. Unfortunately, there are not any rescues that are specifically for Sheepadoodles or for mixed breeds, but don't let that discourage you. Here is a list of rescues for poodle mixes, poodles, and Old English Sheepdogs. If you come across any others that aren't on the list, please leave a comment below and let us know. USA. Dixie OES Rescue. Old English Sheepdog Club Rescue. Tar Heel Old English Sheepdog Rescue. Michigan Standard Poodle Rescue. Standard Poodle Rescue. UK. OES Rescue and Welfare Society. Doodle Trust. Poodles in Need. Canada. Standard Poodles in Need. Paris Poodles. Australia. Poodle Cross Rescue. Let them know what you are looking for and ask them for help. Similar breed mixes and breeds. After watching this video, you might have decided that the Sheepadoodle is not right for you, but there are some similar breed mixes that you might want to consider. As you know by now, the Sheepadoodle is part of the Poodle's offering, so it only makes sense that other various poodle mixes might make a great alternative. Here are some suggestions. Cockapoo, a cross between the Cocker Spaniel and Poodle. Schnoodle, a cross between a miniature Schnauzer and a Poodle. Dalmadoodle, a cross between Dalmatian and Poodle. What about some similar purebreds? A Golden Retriever shares many of the most lovable traits of a Sheepadoodle, but may avoid some of the setbacks, such as a Sheepadoodle's herding tendency. Old Danish Pointers provide an exotic flair, while a Labrador is familiar and easy to train. Thank you for watching this video, and check out my playlist on the different poodle mixes and other videos. The link is below in the description. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Dog Solid channel, and I will see you in the next video.